All right, here we are. We ending the week on a Friday. I've had a wonderful time this week with you, talking about God's plan for man and God's plan for relationship and God's desire for woman. And today we're going to talk about marriage. What is a marriage? What is God's plan for marriage? We know that the society has changed and less people are getting married. They say it's outdated. They say we have people saying, I don't need anybody to be complete. And that's just not what God said. You know, Paul makes a case for singleness, but he also says that it is good to be married and that we're not to deny each other in marriage. But God's plan was that one woman would be married to one man and that they would become one being. Our spouses are to be our second most important relationship, only behind that relationship with God. God desired a oneness, that out of two bodies would come together and form one person. It's about giving everything we have to this relationship. It's about holding fast to our wives. And Jesus warns us, and it says that they are no longer two flesh but one, but what therefore God has joined together, let man not separate. And that's not always outside people, folks. Sometimes we are our own marriage's worst enemy, that we are fighting for power instead of being one being. We can't fight against ourselves if we are truly one, that there is a togetherness and a oneness. The other thing that God gave in the confines of marriage is sex. You know, and that's a tricky subject, but that was given. It said Adam and his wife were both naked and they felt no shame. You know, inside marriage, there is not shame. And if you're in a relationship currently that is not in the confines of marriage and you're feeling any sense of shame, that's good shame from God, and that's bad shame on us, because that's not God's plan. And through that marriage, he said that God blessed them and said to them, be fruitful and increase in number. That was God's desire. It was God's desire for us to participate with him in everything that he has given us. He gave us this world. He gave us all these things. He gave us the trees, the food, the provisions, and he gave us each other in the confines of a marriage. And he had that perfect plan. And at the end of that day, at that end of that last day, God stepped back, and it says he looked at everything and he said, this is very good. God wants your marriage to be very good. He wants your relationship to be very good. He had a plan for everything. And my desire and my prayer for you is that you would just follow your own path with God, and that you would become closer together as husband and wife. And if you're not married now, that you would continue that relationship with God. That way, when God provides you with that person that you are meant to be with, you'll be ready to be married, and then he will bless your life. And I'm not saying that you are not blessed if you're not married, but God had a special blessing for marriage, and that he wants that to be fruitful. YC, I love spending time with you, and I hope to see you this weekend. God bless you all, and thank you.